Hey guys, so basically I had this Cateye Strada wireless RD300 computer for a long time, and recently I was wondering why it doesn't really work anymore. Basically I did some quick troubleshooting and it doesn't seem to do it. Basically it is the wireless connection between the computer and the sensor. In the back, there's actually three buttons. The first one, that little with a pin, is basically a reset. The second one was a menu, and the third one was a clicking button that does the settings. Anyways, there's the sensor on the bottom on the front fork, and overall, what happens is that when you actually works right and it rolls, you go see that little hourglass or that wireless icon blink. It has to blink. If it doesn't blink, then it's not talking to it. If it's straight on and it just stays on, or there's no sensor on there or no indicator light, that means it's not working. So main thing is to basically have it installed right on top of your fork where the sensor is. So normally when it spins, your fork, that little magnet that's on your spokes, spins through and it gets caught on the other one, on the sensor, and it sends signal up to your wireless headset. You need to change out the batteries, and that's the first thing I did. I changed out the 2032 batteries. I got an 8-pack from IKEA for like $2, and also checked the magnet and also the battery for the case on the bottom. You'll need a quarter to open that bottom sensor, and for the top head unit, you basically slide it off and pop off that little cover, and you just put the new 2032 batteries in. Takes two, guys. For the magnet, that's what was slipping around and moving around everywhere. It slid around everywhere, and eventually I found out that if you take it apart, it's that little gasket, the rubber gasket, is actually worn away. It's been several years, it's actually broken. So long story short is that we needed some way to make it so there was a little bit of friction there. So what I did was just got some plastic dip and just put a little bit of dip on top of it, and so that basically it's like rubbery, so that way it won't move around anymore. I could have probably got a little bit of a bike tube or some sort of rubber cement or something like that and do it, but this worked pretty well because it looks like it's back to the original and it doesn't move. Once you screw it down, that rubber just holds everything together. So with that done, you have to make sure that it's the magnet and that sensor is aligned up. You have to have it on the upper 1/3 part of, or even 1/4 part of that sensor zone, as indicated there. It only has to be within 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter of the sensor, and make sure you align it so it's straight vertical above that sensor thing. That head unit has to be virtually perpendicular to the ground and to the sensor. Overall, it's been pretty cool. This it's a RD200w. That was a 300, but it looks really similar. When you reset this thing, there's a reset button you push with a pin in the back, and to reset everything. The second one is a menu button, but once you do it, you have to set in your circumference of your tires. And for my Dahon 20-incher, I think it was 1515 according to the manual. You could always just go to the Cateye manual and basically re-download the spec sheet and all these instructions too. It's pretty straightforward. It's not really that hard, but at the same time, pretty interesting and useful. Like, again, those three buttons, the fun thing I found out about those buttons is that in order to change the settings, you hit that gray button to swap, and if it was like a time or for the circumference setup, you actually have to hold down the gray button to go to advance. Pushing the menu button actually just forwards to the next function, and after you do it once, it basically sets it up, and you can't really change it again until later, or doing a full reset. For 12 or 24-hour time, same thing. You basically have to hold down that thing to swap to the next level, or otherwise it switches. But opening up the manual will probably be the best thing if you download the manual. If you have other issues like this, it's probably better to either try to play around with it. It is kind of funky where it has the three buttons, but majority of the time of the computer not working is either because of batteries or because the sensor is not sensing the magnet on the wheel, on the spoke, or the bottom fork unit, the sensor, is transporting the signal straight up, and your head unit can't receive it. So just make sure that it's within, I think, 70 centimeters from the head unit, so otherwise it doesn't see that sensor at all. So just make sure all those things are done, and try to actually have your computer perpendicular to the floor. Am I saying right? No, parallel to the floor. It should be parallel to the floor so that I could have the widest area to see the wireless signal coming. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, subscribe, and click notifications. I'm planning to probably put more bicycle fixing thing videos up too, along with my Chevy Volt and Costco runs that I normally do. Anyways, have a good one you guys. See you next time. Stay tuned for more. Laters. Bye-bye.